Les interviews du doc, c'est maintenant sur Vinylestimes.
Allez, écoutez les amis, c'est un grand plaisir parce que cet après-midi, il est en face de moi. On va pouvoir discuter avec Mats Karlsson. Alors, vous le connaissez certainement, il joue toujours d'ailleurs dans 220 volts, il a joué dans ce Summit et puis il revient cette année avec un nouvel album, un très bon album qui s'appelle ni plus ni moins Mood Elevator. On va parler de cet album, je vais vous le faire découvrir aujourd'hui. Et puis l'idée, c'était d'échanger avec Mats parce que cet album, il est vraiment très bon. Mats, first of all, thank you so much for accepting my invitation. It's again, because I said again, it's again a great pleasure to speak with you. And again, it's a great pleasure to share again a new release with coming since end of June.
Yes.
Mood Elevator. So first of all, congratulations, Mats. I like the first one, but this one, it's look like more where you are today with your music, with old friends, sharing a lot of good songs. So, congratulations, and maybe we open Mood Elevator right now. What is coming on your minds to create another one in 2023, Mats?
Well, first of all, thank you, and thank you for having me on the show. Well, you know, we've had some downtime with 220 volts, so I just write stuff that doesn't really fit, and I try to explore musical avenues that I don't get to do with other bands. So it's because I think it's just for my own pleasure, more or less.
Voilà, donc vous l'avez compris. Alors pourquoi Mats donc, revient avec un nouvel album? Vous l'avez compris, il s'appelle Mood Elevator. Il est sorti le 30 juin. Il est sorti sur le label de Mats, le MK Music, distribué par Sound Pollution, par Birgit chez Pride and Joe. Et puis la question c'était alors pourquoi revenir cette année avec un nouvel album? Et comme il le dit, il avait plein d'idées, il y avait du temps libre. Et puis c'est vraiment pour se faire plaisir. Et il a partagé donc 12 titres, on va en parler. Il y a plein d'invités. Vous allez voir, cet album est vraiment un excellent album. Mats, just few words before we speak about the new one. The Time Optimist, it's maybe the first release of Mats Karlsson himself, coming a couple of years ago. This is some old songs put on the different projects that we have before. And clearly, when I listen this new release, it's clearly something with coming like fresh, like some new thinking, like some new approach of your music. I think this is clearly, in my understanding, because it's only me, this is really two different CD release, in fact. Time Optimist, it looks like more optimism with old songs that you have on your baguettes, on your pocket, and so on. And this one is coming like with some more energy, more different thinking. This is clearly something that you have to share with us in 2023, because it looks like real different.
Yeah, well, you know, this new album, Mood Elevator, is more of a rock album. And the first album was more laid back. And I wrote a lot of those songs on the previous record, The Time Optimist. I wrote a lot of that stuff, you know, way back when I had went through a sort of AR singer-songwriter period. And a lot of those tracks were written on acoustic guitar, and this new album is written entirely on electric guitars, you know, and that brings sort of another edge to it, I guess.
Voilà, alors, pour ceux qui ont découvert comme moi The Time Optimist et The Mood Elevator, il y a vraiment deux choses différentes, parce que comme je posais la question à Mats, l'idée c'était effectivement que le premier album était plutôt quelque chose qui datait, qui était vraiment dans les poches de Mats, des vieux titres. Et comme il le dit, ça a été beaucoup écrit à la guitare sèche, le premier album. Là, il est plus sur quelque chose de plus rock, de plus guitare électrique. Et on écoutera quelques morceaux, vous verrez qu'il y a vraiment une grande différence. And Mats, again, on this record, you're working a lot on it, but you have a lot of guests. And you have friends who is working with you with the Summit. And you have some good friends like Ferdi Domberg, who is play with Axel Rudipel. We have some, Bjorn Englund, who play with Yngwie Malmsteen and Soul Signs. You have Brett Boone, we play in Easy Action, The Summit, and so on. I think you just said a couple of seconds that this one is more for you, and I think you are so good friend playing with you. maybe this alchemy between you, your music, and your friend, it's something like it's very special on this release, no?
Well, you know, I wanted on the last record, on the previous record, I had different drummers, and on this album, I wanted Björn to do all the drums.
Mm.
So he, and then you know, there's a lot of guest artists, but mainly they only appear on maybe one track each.
Yeah, yeah.
So you know, and with Björn Englund, for example, he wanted me to play on something with soul signs. So I said, well, yeah, I'll do that if you play bass on my record. So we just exchanged services more or less. and I got to know Ferdy because we supported Axel Rudepell in Sweden. We did 3 shows with them: Stockholm, Göteborg, Malmö, and we got to be friends. And I just asked him, you know, could you do some Hammond for me? So he said, yeah, sure. And he's on 2 tracks. And of course, I made it a choice to cover something on each album, and I wanted to cover female artists that have inspired me, or female fronted bands, and also always want to do sort of a duet with female vocalists. So that's why I asked Hannah to come in and do that song. And so that's how I work. I kind of pick and choose what would be good for this song, what would be great for this song, you know.
You pick up the good choice, in fact, Mats. Hein? Congratulations. Ah, voilà, comme on
Thank
disait,
you very much.
il y a plein d'invités. Hein. On a donné quelques noms. Donc, Ferry Domberg, vous le connaissez, c'est le clavier d'Axel Rudipel. Björn Englund à la basse. Björn Englund qui a joué pas mal de morceaux à la batterie. Lars Henriksson qui a joué à la basse aussi. Anna Hennebrand qui est chanteuse et qui vient faire aussi des duos. Mike Helme, le vocal. C'est Ulf Karlsson une nouvelle fois au clavier. Comme le dit Mats, alors il a pris tout ce qui était bon. Il y a des gens qui ont joué sur un morceau. Il a échangé. Il a mis aussi pas mal de choses autour de la voix d'Anna pour essayer de faire des choses un peu différentes. Et comme on le disait, il a pris, sur le ton de la boutade, il a pris les gens pour les mettre à la bonne place. Et ça fait des très bons titres. Hein. Il y a 12 titres sur cet album. Moi, j'ai adoré Mood Elevator, Warchild, Keeping Time, on va en parler. Il y a vraiment des titres qui s'écoutent. C'est vraiment intimiste. C'est vraiment un très bel album. J'espère que vous l'avez écouté. Et puis, c'est quand même quelqu'un qui a fait beaucoup de musique. Mats, I listened many times this new release, and I like each songs, of course, because I'm a huge fan of your music since so many years. When I was a very
Well, thank you.
when I was a very young kid, and no, I'm totally surprised with some song like Mood Elevator, What Child, or Keep It Time, because it's look like a new band with coming. It's not like a Mats Karlsson with 220 volt and something like that. It's more rock and more more different. And I think it's a good surprise because I listen, of course, this music of 220 volts in so many times, and each time, of course, a lot of people waiting something from you because you are huge bands since so many times.
Yeah.
And when you listen some songs like Mood Elevator or Watch Out, you said, no, this is not the same Mats Karlsson. It's not.
That's sort of the whole. That's to me, that's sort of the whole point, you know. Because I like so much different kind of music, so sometimes I get ideas, and I know this song will never be on a 220 volt record, you know, whatever. So, I have an archive. I have a lot of stuff saved, which is different from that, and it wouldn't be any point for me to do a record under my own name and it sounds like my band. That doesn't make sense to me. So I want to explore other avenues and other influences, and and I have some ideas for the future as well, and I will see. But I'm very happy that you like it, and
that's a big surprise. In fact, big surprise. And after that, I just translate what you answer. But it's a big surprise because we have so many CD, vinyl, etc. with coming. We have so many. We have a lot of music, and what is very important for me is when I listen a new one and I coming back and I coming back again and I coming back again, I said, this one is look like very particular because if we have to re-listen some file, discover some new things, discover some new songs, or maybe the voice of Anna and so on. I said,
Yeah.
maybe Mats work a lot to build this one. So again, congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, I
Ouais,
put a lot of work into it.
Yeah,
Anyway.
je disais, les amis, effectivement, moi, il y a des titres que j'ai beaucoup adorés. Donc, Mood Elevator, Warshall, Keeping Time sont vraiment des morceaux que j'ai adorés. Et puis, quand on connaît Mats, bien sûr, c'est un des membres de 220 volts depuis tant d'années. Moi, j'ai découvert Mats depuis très, très longtemps et je suis très grand fan de 220 volts, vous vous doutez bien. Quand on écoute ce nouvel album, on se dit, c'est pas Mats Karlsson, quoi, de 220 volts, c'est quelqu'un d'autre parce que c'est vraiment différent. Et effectivement, cette musique des années 60, 70, ce rock, comme l'a dit Mats, il ne peut pas être sur 220 volts parce que 220 volts, c'est quand même plutôt voilà, du hard suédois comme on l'adore. Là, c'est vraiment son disque, son album, et moi, j'ai adoré, et j'y reviens, et je l'écoute beaucoup en ce moment. C'est un très bel album. Mats, maybe
Yes.
a few words about, you know, pretty sure my questions right now. I see you a lot of time on stage. And do
Okay.
you think you can have some gigs with the Mats Karlsson's bands to share only these two records? Because now this is not only one, this is two. So maybe you have
Yeah.
at least for maybe 10 songs.
Yeah. Well, I would happily do it, but I haven't had any requests yet to do shows under my own name. But I would happily do that if I hope this album does pretty good. So then I have another platform to stand on, if you understand what I mean. I would have there would be maybe a demand for me to go out and play some shows. But so far, nothing has happened on that front.
Bon, voilà, c'était un petit clin d'œil sur la carrière de concert, bien sûr, de Mats, que j'ai vu plusieurs fois sur scène. Moi, j'espère qu'il va pouvoir jouer ces deux albums. Comme il a dit, pour l'instant, il n'y a rien de prévu, il n'y a pas de demande, mais on n'est pas à l'abri qu'il y en ait une. Et puis, en tout cas, on se fera plaisir d'aller écouter ces deux albums sur scène. Ça sera assez intéressant. Et Mats, few words again. You have a large career now, Mats. It's a long time. You play a lot of gigs, a lot of songs. You have many records. One question is just for you because we are together and of course we can speak a lot. Do you think you are at the right place in 2023 after so many records with, of course, 220 volt with the summit,
Yes.
and so on and so on? Are you totally comfortable on your approach of the music and so on? Are you just happy because we share a lot of music, we pass a lot of time to see you on stage, you have sharing with a lot of friends your music? Are you really happy or with this 2023 coming and your
Yes.
music sharing and so on? It's a
you
good
know, if do you mean if I'm happy musically or
yes.
I didn't quite get the question, but yes, I think that I started this record in April last year, so it took about a year to finish because I was waiting for other people to do their parts and then bring it all together, then make it sound like it's a band playing, not like Björn did his stuff in LA and sent me, and you have to make sure it doesn't sound like 5 different recordings. You have to make it sound like a song and like a band, and that takes some tweaking. So I'm really happy how this came out, and you just want to do more.
Voilà, alors la question c'était effectivement, alors c'est un très grand artiste, il a partagé beaucoup de musique avec 220 volts, beaucoup de musique avec The Summit, et puis je voulais savoir s'il était heureux aujourd'hui. Bah oui, comme il le dit, d'avoir créé un nouvel album. Il l'a créé l'année dernière en avril. Il est disponible, donc je le rappelle, depuis le 30 juin. Et puis, comme il le dit, il est super heureux. Mats, a few words regarding. I like everything on this record, but few words about the cover. With coming the idea of the gray color and so on. It's very clean picture for our CD. So who is behind this cover of your records?
You know, it's and as you noticed on the previous record, the cover was also black and white, except for the guitar.
Yep.
So
well, only you, myself, and I.
Yes. So on my solo stuff, I think I'm always going to have black and white covers. And this particular one on Mood Elevator, I had an idea, and I've thought, how am I going to get this kind of, where am I going to find this picture, this shot of the cover? So I actually created it with the AI myself.
Okay.
So I sat there and I made version after version. Then I asked my wife, which one is the best?
So it's coming from Juillet or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Yeah, it's a great. Yeah, you have to put a lot of idea to have what is expected. In fact, so that's why clearly,
it would probably have been very expensive to do it, you know, in real life, and to find such a place where this is almost exactly like my initial idea.
Ok. Bah voilà, donc j'ai adoré l'album, vous l'avez compris, la pochette de l'album est magnifique, et comme le dit Mats, alors il avait une idée, puis il a été créé ça avec Midjourney, que vous connaissez certainement, c'est une application AI qui est disponible, vous créez ce que vous voulez, et comme il le dit, il avait plein d'idées dans sa tête, donc il a posté ça sur le site qui a créé la pochette, et puis après il a demandé à sa femme, tout simplement, on prend laquelle, voilà, et puis on a ce magnifique disque. Voilà les amis, on est avec Mats Karlsson, on parle de ce nouvel album Mood Elevator qui est disponible depuis le 30 juin. J'espère que vous l'avez acheté. Alors la petite tracklist, vous allez voir, il y a 12 titres: Asteroid, Beautiful Life, Mood Elevator, War Child, Keeping Time, Big Yellow Taxi, Kiss of Life, Letters Without Signatures, Higher Than Height, Magic Wand, Try My Love and Tipping Point. Voilà, ce sont les titres que vous allez trouver sur cet album. Il est super bon. On va juste lui demander une petite question sur le Big Yellow Taxi. Pourquoi avoir repris ce titre de Joni Mitchell? Mats, one word about Big Yellow Taxi. Why you have picked up this one and cover this song from Joni Mitchell?
You know, there's a lot of Joni Mitchell stuff that I like.
Yeah.
This is her biggest hit, of course, and it's really taking a risk doing a song like that. But I've never heard anyone do it in a sort of a rock version of it. And I discovered her music when we toured with Nazareth.
Mm.
We did 12 gigs with them or something in Sweden and Finland, and they used to do a song called "This Flight Tonight," if you remember.
Yeah.
Which is also a Joni Mitchell track.
Yeah. Clear.
And I sort of started backtracking a little from that. So, well, they did this cover, so I explored, you know, her music a little more and found some songs that I really like, because it's very emotional. It's very she has a very special expression, and I just wanted to do some song by her. And as I said, it was taking a risk doing this one because it's so well known.
Yeah, for sure. Bah voilà, on parlait de la reprise donc dans cet album, hein, il y a une reprise de Joni Mitchell, le Big Yellow Taxi. Alors comme le dit Matt, alors je lui demandais pourquoi l'avoir repris, parce qu'il adore, il est fan de Joni Mitchell, et puis il a fait pas mal de reprises. Il était voilà, très content de pouvoir jouer celle-là. C'est un risque, hein, il a pris des risques parce que c'est un morceau très connu, vous l'avez compris, Joni Mitchell, et puis il l'a produit, mixé par lui-même, et c'est une belle découverte. Moi, je vous invite à aller écouter ce Big Yellow Taxi par Mats Karlsson. C'est une belle surprise. Vous allez une nouvelle fois. Moi, je vous dis, l'album est un très bon album. C'est une très belle surprise. Mats, before we ending, we'd like to say again, congratulations for this wonderful mood with coming, because this one, wow, it's one of my favorites since the beginning of this year. So I hope, and cross finger, you have a lot of good vibes, and I hope this elevator with coming puts you very high.
Thank you very much, and I appreciate very much, you know, people like you helping to spread the music you know, to the rest of the world. Guys like you are important to artists like me, which are, you know, really in my solo sphere. I'm a fairly tiny artist, you know, so we need all the help we can get.
Yes, bah, vous l'avez compris. Alors, bah, moi, je remercie une nouvelle fois Metz d'avoir pris son temps. On va lui demander quelques mots après s'il peut en français. Voilà, comme il le dit, bah, il faut aider tout le monde. Et puis, comme il est un tout petit musicien, entre guillemets, hein, tout ce qui vient pour l'aider est bon. Mats, before we ending, do you have some words for the French listener? Do you speak a little bit French? You are totally fluent, I know.
You know what? I speak some German and I speak some Spanish and I speak English, but I suck at French, I'm afraid. But but I like to say, I hope you like this album. If you do, and if you feel that you want to support small artists, please buy a physical copy if you want.
Yeah.
I thank you in advance.
Mats, thank you so much for your time this afternoon. It was a great pleasure to speak with you. Maybe we ending this interview by the title track of your new records, which is called Mood Elevator. So maybe we can share with everybody in France this one. So let's go for Mood Elevator.